Good afternoon, everybody, and thank you for coming to my career presentation. My career presentation is actually a four-part presentation. First, I'm going to take you through my professional introduction, tell you a little bit about myself, where I came from, all that good stuff. Then I'm going to take you to my company and industry research, tell you about the chosen career field I want to pursue, and the companies involved, and the industry itself. Then I'm going to take you to my informational interviews that I did with some people in their field. And finally, I'm going to take you to my plan to succeed in my career field. So, first, my professional introduction. I grew up in Fair Lawn, New Jersey, the northern part of New Jersey. I grew up in a pretty big family, four siblings, parents, pets, the whole deal. And growing up in a big family, it was a pretty hectic household, things flying all around, and you have to think on your toes, manage a pretty hectic life, hectic household. But I think that all of that groomed me for a career in business. And after getting a 3.7 GPA, graduating from Fairlawn High School, I decided to pursue a career in marketing at Coastal Carolina University. For the industry research portion of my presentation, I chose to focus on the streaming industry. And if you're living under a rock and don't know what streaming is viewing content online, whether that's your phone, laptop, or tablet. And no matter what you're watching, podcasts, TV shows, films, if you're watching it online, you are streaming it. Streaming is quickly becoming the future way and the preferred way to view content. It's recently showed that 69% of consumers view their content via streaming, and 88% of millennials are watching content through streaming. So it's safe to say that streaming is here to stay among younger viewers and everyone. And if you don't believe me, believe all the companies who are jumping ship from cable and satellite to get in the streaming game, whether that's NBC with their new streaming service Peacock, CBS All Access, Paramount Plus, Disney Plus, Apple Plus, HBO Max. All these big companies want nothing to do with cable and satellite anymore because they see how it is not the way the future streaming is. They're all getting in the game, but they are chasing the top company, the premier and preferred company of all consumers, at least in my opinion, streaming, and that is the company that I chose to research, Netflix. Netflix is the titan of the streaming game. With over 200 million subscribers, over 50 million more than their closest competitor, Disney Plus, Netflix is top dog. But they did not get that way overnight. They were actually founded back in 1997 in Scotts Valley, California, as a DVD rental company. I know, it's hard to believe that over 2 decades ago, Netflix's biggest competitor and outperforming them was Blockbuster. But Netflix, being the great company that they are, found a way to hustle and grind and compete with Blockbuster until 2007, when they completely changed the game by introducing an online streaming site where they could watch all their shows and films commercial free by paying a monthly rate. This blew Blockbuster out of the water. They could not compete. No one wanted to go to a store to rent a DVD when they could sit at home and view it on their laptop. Quickly, Blockbusters began to fade until now there is only one left. And I know this because I watched a documentary on the last Blockbuster on, you guessed it, Netflix, just to kick them while they're down. Netflix has become the go-to place for premiere and prestige content, whether that's Stranger Things, The Crown, Orange is the New Black, and that's just their TV shows. They also have The Irishman, Marriage Story, Oscar-nominated films that create buzz. And Netflix, from a marketing perspective, is amazing because they know that attention equals currency. You can see this with one of their movies, Bird Box, creating articles, memes, just dominating the online landscape until everyone just sees Bird Box, Netflix, watch. They know that attention is currency. They are great marketers, and they are who I chose to focus on for my company research. The next portion of my career presentation are my informational interviews. The two people I chose to interview were Deborah Kavanaugh and Robert Malsberg. First, Deborah Kavanaugh. She is the English supervisor for her high school, Battlefield High School, up in Virginia. And she told me, as a hiring manager, the type of people she is looking for to bring on to be her new English teachers. She told me all the things that she's looking for in an English teacher: respectfulness, credentials, talent, but above all, she told me that she is looking for passion, a passion to teach and to teach English. And this, during my interview, stuck with me. To know that a hiring manager, above all, is looking for passion really stuck with me. And going into interviews from now on, I'm going to make sure that I present myself as someone who is passionate about the job I am applying for. Next, I chose to interview Robert Malsberg. He is a marketing intern for the Yes Network. If you don't know what the Yes Network is, it is the Yankees Entertainment Network. And he told me that as a marketing intern, he told me that they are looking to reach a younger demographic because the Yankees, a baseball team, it is no secret that baseball is not as popular with a younger demographic as it used to be, not as much as basketball or football. But he told me that something they are looking to do and something they are pushing is their new Yes app. This is not on cable or on satellite. It is an app where you can watch Yankee games directly from your laptop or phone. He says that he thinks that, or they think that this will help them reach a younger demographic. And I think that it is very likely that it could. We all know that younger people are viewing more things on streaming, and that this could potentially be a big step to reaching a younger audience because it is making everything more accessible to them. I thought this was very interesting as marketing and streaming are my target career field, and I thought that this was a very interesting idea to help reach a younger demographic. Lastly, I'm going to tell you about my plan for my future career. And my plan starts right out of college, where I plan to, and I will get a marketing job with a great company right out of college. And once I get that job, the grind starts. The blood, sweat, and tears that I'm going to do in that job, working hard, grinding, building a network, most importantly. And that network will help me land an interview with a top streaming company like a Netflix. And in that interview, I plan to communicate my passion for streaming, for films and TV shows. There is no one who loves films and TV shows and wants to market them more than me. After I communicate that passion and vow that I will work harder than anybody else they're going to interview, I'm going to start my job for a top streaming company. And once I do that is when my real career will start. That's my plan. That's my presentation. Thank you for coming.